Thursday. It's good to see all of you. In most parts of the world now, I think in most parts of the world, it's hot. Of course, there might be some parts that are cold, getting into cold now. I did want to, before we started today, and then I'll go in and bring everybody up on Facebook. I'm looking at creating a wish site. These are items I wish I had, or these are items I have in terms of paint, etc. And I would love your feedback. So I posted an email address. It's John Seeks Information. See it. There we go. So it's on both sites. Can you hold it up, down, or up a little bit so they can see the? There we go. So John Seeks Information at gmail.com. So is there a site that you use, not just for art, but you might collect baseball cards or what have you, that you think is a really good site that I could look at? Or what would you want in terms of a site? What would list your favorite colors, the colors you have, the colors you want? So as we create it, I can answer as many of those concerns as possible, make it a more robust module. Okay, so I'd appreciate your input there. Thank you very much. And thank you, Letizia and Giovanni. So with that, Giovanni, are you going up first? Letizia.
It's first women.
There we go. So the dynamic couple is going to do it today. We're going to have Letizia, and Letizia will be showing her dot card and going over it. Letizia, as always, welcome. Everybody, if you've been on the site, you've seen that Letizia and Giovanni have been forever. First met them, God, before they had children. Now they have two of them in Italy. So it's good to see both of you today.
Yeah, it's a little scary because it's the first time.
Don't be scared.
I talk to everyone.
The tours are fantastic.
Thank you, everybody. So I will show my palette. I have the honor to be featured into this kind of tool. My palette is very bright, and it works across all the colors. So the 18 colors between the 266. So we have Bismuth Vanade yellow, Queen of Talon yellow, Pearl Scarlet, Rhodonite Genuine, Cobalt Violet Deep, Purpurite Genuine, Phthalo Blue Turquoise, Sodalite Genuine, Phthalo Yellow Green, Serpentine Genuine, Yavapai Genuine, Burnt Amber. Then we have Graphite Gray, Black Tourmaline Genuine, Shiny White, and then the luminescent Iridescent Gold, Iridescent Sapphire, and Iridescent Antique Silver.
Wow.
So the choice is very, very wide. So I choose all the colors between the yellows. I have the yellows, I have the red toward the violet, and then I go to the blue, the green, the brown, and then the black and white. And I cannot miss my gold, my silver, and a bit of blue, metallic blue. So what we can say is that I started to choose my colors from the Primatech series, because Primatech series is my favorite series. My most favorite color is Sodalite Genuine. Is present in 15 ml. My favorite one that I have in my pocket is in thick, and I have it comes from this stone. It's a volcanic stone that comes from Vesuvio and comes also from the hills of Rome. So it's very beautiful to see, very, very useful. I can do, and anything. For example, this color, gypsum. And then I have from the blue, I go to the pink and red. And this is rhodonite. Rhodonite is a very beautiful color. This is the tube. This is come only from this tube. And then from pink and red, we go to the black. This tone is fabulous because it's a black. You can do some dark black, and then you can turn into a light gray, as I will show you. So it's very magic, and it gives a little bit of a relax also. So it's fantastic. So I have put also in an empty palette, like you will have into the ultimate mixing set. You have an empty palette. I did my selection here, 15, and then the 3 out is just over there. So I fit the tube and did my selection. Very easy to carry. And the other thing is also that I carry is a serpentine genuine. It also comes in thick, and also bismuth band-aid, and also burnt amber, and graphite gray. So, graphite gray, I love it because it's a neutral gray, but it's similar to a pencil. And I love it because I can do shadows and everything. It's my favorite gray. And I can show you also the map of the syllab, where you can find the warm color here as the Pierrot Carlet. Just here is on the end of the line of A, red. And then I have the burnt amber that is very red, and Java Pie as brown. Java Pie goes to the light side of the column. There is yellow here. And also the purpurite just on the line of the red, between red and blue here on the cool tone. And rhodonite genuine we find here, and cobalt violet deep. While we have in the center, we have graphite gray, black tourmaline, and Chinese white. They are just in the middle, in the zero, because the black and white are just in the vertical line of the syllab, just here, from here to here. So just in the vertical. This is a sphere of syllab done by Giovanni. And then from the left side of yellows and green in the area, we have the phenolphthalein yellow that is very light and very yellow. And then we have the bismuth vanadate yellow, just a little bit cool than phenolphthalein. So if we go up, there is a warm tone, and this is cooler tone. Then we have serpentine genuine. We have the phthalo yellow green that goes to the green, the more green on the left. And then we go to the blue area, the very cool. We have the sodalite, which is dark, and so it goes toward the black, the line of the gray and black. And we have finally the phthalo blue turquoise. The iridescent colors are not mentioned in the color map because they don't have any feature here. So this is only the 15 colors. So we go through. This is my notebook, and I did the math tone and the light tone of every color. So again, the yellow. This is the cobalt violet deep, for example. I love this kind of violet because when it's light, it's very, very, very nice. And I can do some flower if I can. It reminds me about the wisteria flowers. And then if I need something dark, I go to the purpurite genuine. Then the phthalo blue turquoise. The phthalo blue turquoise shift from the dark to to the light very very well. I love it because it reminds me my sky and my sea. When I see and watch my landscape, I always see the kind of colors here in Italy and also in Greece. So there are those kind of colors. Sodalite. Sodalite is my favorite blue, and it's the kind of remind me the color of the jeans, the trousers, so the fabric jean. Stello yellow green is my light green and very bright green. I love it. This is the only color that has two pigments, while the others are monopigment. So this is with pigment yellow 3 and pigment green 36. There is Hansa yellow light and pigment and phthalo yellow green shade, yellow shade, phthalo green yellow shade, sorry. Then we have the serpentine that works like this. Java pie, there is my chocolate. This is my milk chocolate color. And my burnt amber, there is my dark chocolate color. So graphite gray, that is very light. And black tourmaline. Here you can see very black, but in reality, it's a dark, very dark gray. Then the Chinese white, you cannot see very much, but you can see. I love the Chinese white. I prefer towards the titanium because it's warmer. When you see the C-Lab value, it's warmer than the titanium. It goes a little bit yellow. Then the iridescent gold, maybe you can see the shimmer a little bit. The iridescent sapphire, the iridescent antique silver. So, and it is. I did also a selection. I show you some reference. The first one is by Paul Klee, the famous Paul Klee, or Paul Klee. Did a sketchbook here, and the sketchbook is stored in Bern, in Switzerland, at the Paul Klee Center. He made a kind of watercolor with the three primary color, with blue, yellow, and red. And I copied it, putting my colors, my cyan, so my phthalo blue turquoise here, got a triangle. Then I did a triangle over here. Then I put the yellow, and it became the mixes of the choice became a red. So it gave a secondary color. The same with the red. So the secondary color between red and yellow gave a kind of orange, but it's a light red. And the overlapping between the red and the blue is a kind of violet. So, and this was done, this sketch was done 100 years ago. So between the 1921 and 1931 in the Bauhaus school. So for me, the Bauhaus style, the last century styles give me my background as an architect. The other things, so from primary color, we go to the secondary color. So that's why the secondary color is the kind of pink. So the red here, the green, and again, the violet and the brown. This is the golden ratio. Maybe most of you know the golden ratio. This is the Fibonacci spiral. So it goes like this. And I made a painting with the only Sodalite, and now it's traveling to Texas. So if you will visit Texas in October, you will see my painting in Sodalite. So I made the ratio 1:1. Here is antique silver, if you can see antique silver, and iridescent sapphire and gold. The graphite gray, no, sorry, the black tourmaline genuine, then the Java pie, the purpurite, the sodalite, the serpentine, and the rhodonite. It's very beautiful, like a tone. The other matter that I will show you is my favorite architect. You will see. This is a design by Frank Lloyd Wright that I watched in London and in the Victoria and Albert Museum. There was a plate, and he designed a kind of this with these colors, a kind of these colors. So he designed with very bright yellow and the red and the very bright green. I replied with my colors. So this is Frank Lloyd Wright designed this for the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, in Japan, and this was done just 100 years ago in the 1922. So it was crazy, and it comes also from my memories. And these are my sketches that I've done with my colors. This is a photograph about me and Giovanni when we were married. And Giovanni jumped.
Long time ago.
In our seaside. So I put the serpentine here as a grass. So the serpentine gave me some movement. And then I painted with a little bit of phthalo green, phthalo yellow green. And then I made two kind of shades. This is the same blue. This is phthalo blue. This is the phthalo turquoise blue. This is a light shade, light wash. And this is a little bit darker wash. This is the iridescent sapphire with a sodalite here on my blue detail. And then I put the gold in our faces and on our hands. So our skin is gold and our hair are silver. So it's pretty, I think. And this painting, I painted bigger, and is going to travel to Caudete Biennial in Spain. So you will see bigger there. Then I have the famous sodalite. Here you see the sodalite a little bit darker because of the lamps. We are in the night now. So this is Giovanni, and this is our son Filippo, and we are in Ventotene Island. So I made only in sodalite. So with darker tone here, full tone, matte tone, and this is very light. So very, very light. With more water, it comes to granulate in some points, and with less water, it seems to be solid. Another thing is our landscape. This is Circeo Mountain, very famous in the Odyssey book. And this is phthalo blue turquoise, and phthalo blue turquoise also here, very, very washy. This is serpentine, and this is a bit of Java pie, simply. This is me and Giovanni in a place over here. This is the same beach, and the photographer was Rajat. Rajat shot us a picture of us that day when he was here. And so again, this is the phthalo blue turquoise, the sodalite here on the mountain and on the lighthouse. A little bit of lighthouse. It's a very short lighthouse. Also here is a lighthouse. This is Yavapai, and this is again phthalo blue turquoise. Very, very light with a lot of water. This is Yavapai too. And this line is always serpentine that recalls the other painting. This is again me and Giovanni. This is a red.
Full of love.
This is Sodalite. This is burnt amber and Yavapai. This is Le Castella in Calabria. It's a very famous castle, medieval castle in Calabria. And this is Stella Camphid hat. I took this picture of Stella Stella hat when we were together traveling in Greece. So this is the mountain and sea of Greece. Everything is done with phthalo blue turquoise, just and darkened with the sodalite. And then this is only Java pie. Java pie and a bit of Bilmouth Van Date yellow. The other white, very quick. This is Giovanni with the red, Pearl Scarlet, and finally some violet, like purpurite in the darker tone, and rhodonite here on the trouser, the graphite gray, Java pie here, a mix of phthalo blue turquoise and phthalo yellow green, and sodalite. And this is this umbrella of our umbrella, big umbrella with pearl scarlet and queen of phthalo yellow, gray, graphite gray, and phthalo blue turquoise. And that is. I don't have much time, but I would like to show you a little bit of one color that I really like. There is a little bit of Chinese white that I mix with some red here. I like to mix some of Chinese white to do some pink, for example. And I do something like that. I love to use the white to do pastel colors. Otherwise, I have this one, a bit of phthalo green, and again, a bit of Chinese. And the white gives me the capability of tone down the bright colors. So to make a pastel color.
What is the red you're using?
The red is Pearl Scarlet.
Oh, it makes such a pretty pink with the white.
Yeah, I love it because it's very warm. Pearl Scarlet is just over here. And so with the white, it creates a beautiful pink. I love it like this. So, and also with them, let me do something with the brown. I have the burnt umber here. I try again to tone down with the white. I have here the brown. And I do a kind of cappuccino color. Maybe a little bit white. I can add again a bit of white. A macchiato, a macchiato color. So I love it like this. So with the white, I tone down all my bright colors and I do all the shade. Also with phthalo blue turquoise, also I have a very, very light color. In Italy, we call celeste, like celestial. And
Letty, we had a question on the chat from Anna asking, did you paint these, so the paintings that you showed previously, did you paint these paintings plein air or back in the studio from reference photos?
I made the photo, the photo are mine, and then I did in the studio just quickly. In 15 minutes, I colored it in 15 minutes. So I can show you this and this. And again, if I add again a little bit of white, this is. Just video. So I create a beautiful palette. And also, Java Pie for me is magical. Otherwise, purpurite. There is.
Blue turquoise with what?
Yes. This is Telo Blue Turquoise with the white. Yes. So Telo Blue Turquoise, this one. And the white.
Letty, someone would like to know why you chose Chinese white over titanium white. Any particular reason?
Yeah, because for me it's warmer and it's a little bit yellowish toward the titanium, and it gives a more warm color. So these are very bright colors, and it doesn't turn off their brightness.
Letty, would you mind showing us something with Sodalite? I mean, doing some brush strokes with Sodalite?
Yes, I can wet a little bit of Sodalite. This is Sodalite here. I hope you can. I melted the Sodalite a little bit with the point of the brush here. And I can do another. This is Sodalite. Also in Maston.
So you said this stone was found in Italy, near the Vesuvius?
Yes, you can find everywhere in the world. John can say for us. Very fine. And in a volcanic area. John, where do you find your Sodalite?
You can find it many places. In mass quantity, it comes from South America, Brazil.
Thank you, John.
You're
And
welcome.
I can do a little bit of, I can add a little bit of Chinese white here, just to see how the Sodalite become a kind of gray. So, like this. Maybe I put it too much. But you can down.
I like this gray, Letty.
Thank you.
Yeah,
A little bit. So it's very beautiful.
Very
Very
beautiful
nice.
mixes. Very beautiful mixes.
When you add the white, some granulation can get lost. So it becomes a little bit of mood.
Uh-huh.
So don't worry. Don't worry that you lose something. You can go back again and add a little bit of dots of Sodalite and
Letty, full of romance tonight.
thank you.
So you have to write L and G.
LNG.
No, love. Love like Indiana, the Indiana famous artwork. Thank you so much. I have to clean all the table and pass the voice to Giovanni.
Okay, change.
Give me a minute. Giovanni has other colors, so.
Letty, you have wonderful responses on both Facebook and the chat of just wonderful things they're saying about you. They're all very happy with your work. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Letty. We enjoyed it so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Letty.
1 second for change. Because I have only one camera. Okay.
Wonderful presentation. What a wonderful presentation.
Thank you. I wash my hand, otherwise I cannot follow you.
Okay, thank you, John. And starting with my dot card. My dot card is a very, very big experience for me, because I represent the starting my big collaboration, my big friendship with John and Catherine. It's a very honoring for me represent this brand because this color changing completely my style and my life. My dot card started I made this dot card in 3 sections in a cool, warmer, and before the warmer inside in the neutral. The color is blue apatite, lunar blue, cascade green, jadeite, cobalt blue, Mayan blue genuine, paint blue gray, Aussie red gold, quinacridone gold, pyrrole orange, cadmium red medium hue, aureolin, one of my favorite, imperial purple, Prussian green, and another warm Naples yellow is one of the most important colors for the older styles for me. Neutral tint, budding brown, and lunar black. For example, the last color, lunar black, now in my style changing little different. I use the lamb black for more strong covering the black background in still life and for more strong detail. But the lunar black is starting is one of my first color because the granulation is very, very important. And the way, for example, is important for creating your palette. This is a simple photocopy. The way of my dot card is very important because starting from left and go down. And when I arrive in this part, Imperial Purple and Prussian Green is cool. And Naples Yellow is warm. Why? Because this mix of 3 colors represent the light neutral before the neutral color. For me, this is a way important way of my dot card.
Giovanni,
Yeah?
I'm sorry, I didn't seem to catch it. You showed us the route through the dot card and the temperatures. Is there something more that we should know in the organization of why you chose to put it in that order? I didn't catch. You told us that there was a route, but I didn't understand the meaning of it. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
The order is because I'm starting this way. Is cool color inside in the warm color, and we start with the cool and before the warm. But this reason is because 1, 2, 3 mixes represent the light neutral before this neutral color. This is one of my selection way.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. This is my dot card in the syllab. Is the cool zone, the warm zone, the neutral zone, and then another cool zone. And the most important for explain the dot card show your personality and color soul. The palette, these never clean, show the extent of your dot card. The mix together represent the new palette way for me. For example, when I painting, I use for my style all the color in the chart, in Daniel Smith chart, except the luminescent. Sorry, John. Because, for example, for the luminescent, I prefer create the gold with a mix of yellow and create the silver a mix of gray. And when I painting, I use my dot card and the palette simultaneously because I show, for example, one of these. when I use, for example, the imperial purple, this is pure. It's pure on the factory. For my personality, I use this part of my palette. It's dirty color with another color, but representing my personality. Little point. But my eyes recognize my personality. It's very, very important when you use your palette. And another example, when use my dot card, is not only this color, but when use the dot card, I have the double color. For example, use the sequence of the color. I use, for example, the blue apatite in another color in OC red gold and create this shade. But change the sequence. I use the OC red gold on blue apatite. And I have another shade. This is important. It's different when mixing the color. Blue apatite and OC red gold. This is, for example, a predominance of OC red gold because I use more. But when I use the dry color, I have the difference. Very, very different. Another beautiful mixing is cobalt teal on pyrrole orange or create this shade and create this little granulation on pyrrole orange. Oh, sorry for the reflection. And change the way I use the pyrrole orange. On cobalt teal. I have the difference, check the difference. It's most important because the sequence is very, very important in my style. Because, for example, when I created in my painting Under the Seven, the rust, starting with the cascade green in the middle rust, but the strong rust, I'll show this example. With a strong rust, with cascade, lunar blue for the strong shadows, and queen gold for the light, point of light. Is similar to bronze oxidation. But when I use the queen gold before and cascade after, create a light rust And after dry, with blue apatite and lunar, recreate a little strong rust, but the light is different. The sequence is very, very important, very, very important. And for example, the three neutral color, for me, neutral tint is one of the most important, lunar black and buttoning brown. I show this. In undertone style, for example, starting with Aussie red gold. And I have a difference. This I have with the lunar bed granulation, then brownish Aussie red gold, and neutral tint is gray. With a cobalt teal, for example, sticks. It's very, very light. And create another undertone. On red, cadmium red, I use a lot of water because my studio is very hot. And the last, I use the Naples yellow. From the light brown and gray. This is my concept of undertone representing this in this way. I show you another example. The way this three color before the neutral color, imperial purple, starting with the imperial purple, Russian green, and Naples yellow. Now it's very strong, but change the way is very light, starting with the Naples yellow, a little point of Prussian green, because the Prussian green is perfect. Have the same granulation of Cascade green, but the Cascade green have a little yellowish inside. And create this light gray before entering in the neutral tone, starting with the Naples yellow. It's very different. Or we change starting with imperial purple, but very, very light. Go to Prussia. And a lot of Naples. And create this value, green values. Okay. And another example is on use the neutral color on top is different. Use the neutral tint. This is warm color, also that gold, pink gold, pyrrole orange, cadmium red, medium really, and Naples yellow. Starting from the dark zone and arrive in the light. This is the neutral tint. This is bandit brown, very light. And lunar black for strong, more strong intensity in the neutral and muddy brown. But create my undertone with the neutral on top. This is in the dark zone. On the light zone, I use the neutral tint more light and create a light gray values. Usually my painting don't mixing the color, not always, but sometimes. This is, I prefer the pure color with the dots of my dirty palette. Okay. Difference with light and the dark. The dot card is very, very versatile and double.
Good on traveling.
Good for the traveling. And is the same way, but with the cool color on my palette is blue apatite, lunar blue, cascade green, jadeite, cobaltite blue, and Mayan blue genuine. For example, with the neutral tint. In this case, I use the lunar black, but not the bandit brown, before. And after the wash of bandit brown. The question is why I use a lot of undertone mixes. Because in my painting, in my style, I love the black background, the object in the backlight, and this value tone with my dot card is perfect for studying this. For example, I show in my brochure because the paint. I don't have the paint in my house. This painting in Texas now. for studying this backlight and this light, this is most important. Use the evaluation of the undertones, and in my dot card is very, very important. And for example, now in this way, I use the Pyrrole Orange and Cad Red Medium U and Aureolin mixes for create a shade, light shade. Of I'm gonna use this method for the red and yellow for create the shadow in the shadows with the color. I prefer, for example, I use the red and after neutral for create the shadows. I prefer this method for the undertone and the pre-shading, pre-painting the shadows and waiting drying for apply the perfect tone after. Creating the shadows before. Okay. And I have 5 minutes, sorry. And the last show the mixes. I love this combination. For the skin tone, starting with the Naples. Little point of cadmium. For the shadow. And Baltic brown for dark shadows. For the landscape, jadeite. For the strong green of tree or bush. Queen gold for the green light. And neutral tint for the shadows on the green. For the sky, blue apatite for the night sky. Aureolin for the point of light, the stars. Lunar black for the strong. For the sky on my landscape, sunny, cobalt teal. Lunar blue. For little strong, cobalt teal. And imperial purple for little light. Area. And for mixing the yellow in my dot card, starting with Aureolin, one of my favorite color. Cadmium for create this orange. I love this part is very light and very perfect for me because I need more strong. Okay, I use the pyrrole orange inside, but in the side of starting with the cadmium red medium. And continue for mixing all together. The imperial purple with the yellow and create the light brown. Russian green in Payne's blue-gray. Or create a beautiful shade of green, dark green. And the last is Mayan blue. Oops, sorry. Mayan blue, the primate color. For aureolin. For perfect green, from light to dark. It's very versatile dot card. Very, very, very funny. Thank you, John.
Oh, you're so both welcome. Those are great explanations. You both had
Thank
so
you.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice.
If you meet us around the world, you can get two dot card palette in one shot.
Two in one shot.
You can try 36 colors instead of 18.
I show my last painting when I use, for example, the Cascade Green and Jadeite for the rust. So I take it.
Gonna have to listen to the recording 2 or 3 times to make sure I heard everything. It was so much.
This painting, John, is dedicated to you because
You were
inside in the painting. Do you remember?
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, very nice. That brings back memories.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Seattle.
Fantastic.
And they use the Jadeite and Russian green. And this part, for example, the base is a Naples yellow and neutral tint. A shade. Glaze.
Amazing.
And what
Very
do you
nice.
mean, Giovanni, by undertone? What do you mean by undertone?
Undertone is a neutral tint and banded brown and mixes 15 and 50.
Mm-hmm. So do you use it for a background or just for normal?
In background.
Okay, thank you.
So Giovanni, how many hours do you spend?
Yes. So,
You know, I mean,
no,
seriously.
2 months and a half for 3 hours a day.
Wow.
Because that's important, and what's so good about your dot card, you're showing how you apply your colors from the mixtures to what we see right here. Beautiful.
Yeah. I use it for my painting. It's important because I need the pure color, and I use all the color chart of Daniel Smith chart. And the dot card represented my starting for arriving and to create a mix, a million mix in color.
Yes, definitely a million. Yes.
Million. Yeah.
So
I
many more
remember
hours.
my one of my black background. I think 15 or 16 glaze of dot is 1 month only for the black background.
Patience.
Giovanni,
Yeah.
when I see a painting like that, I wonder, how long did it take you to just draw it out? Forget about painting it, just
For
preparing
drawing,
to paint it.
2 days, only 2 days. Maximum 2 days, 3 days.
Okay,
I would be
that's a
interested in
lot of little
hearing.
windows.
Gio,
would
how many hours per day, man?
For this painting,
How many hours per day?
I think three maximum for 5 years ago, painting for 8, 9, 10 hours, but my eyes crossing and paint during the night. Now is impossible.
And now you
Very
have two
nice one.
children, so no.
Yeah, no, because I think because usually painting during the night, especially in the summer because it's very hot, and changing, for example, the ultramarine blue in pyrrole orange. No, okay, I
I'm
stopped.
glad this has been recorded so we can go back and look and look and look and look and look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because painting very, very near.
Yeah, I have to be fast. So when I color, I usually do in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no more.
But sorry,
Yeah.
John, so the last paint, Letizia painting.
Which one?
I would be interested in hearing.
My very first. This is my very first when I employed the cobalt violet deep. Maybe you show this.
Oh, that's
Nice.
nice.
Let this first piece.
Yellow green. This was Hansa yellow light. So this is pure scarlet. This is manganese. This was manganese. This is cobalt violet deep. And this is a mixture of green and yellow. And this is gray, graphite gray.
Very beautiful.
Many years ago. How many years ago?
His artist inside, John.
In the
Letizia artist inside.
2019.
You guys
Gio
are
and Letty, I would be interested in hearing, and perhaps this is for another time, about the philosophy discussion in your household about the difference of painting and using the lens of the camera versus painting through the lens of your heart. And I'd be interested to hear because you both have strengths in each of those areas.
Yes, it's all about the perception of colors that we have inside. Everybody has his own perception of color. So it's just a visual thing. So for me, a red is a kind of red. For him, is another. Everybody has a feeling toward a color. So this is the perception. It's a sensitivity that we have inside, and also it comes from the background, from your color shape, from what you have seen. What I have seen around the world in the museum for Rio, and studying into the books and research, so, or meet some people. So, or
It's very, very important to construction this dot card.
yes.
Thank you, John, for this.
You're welcome,
Thank
both
you.
of you.
Yeah, this is
Thank
very
you so
important.
much.
So when I need to put in the bag, when I'm in a hurry, just a small brush to put in the bag this, and I can paint in any minute, in the train, on the bus.
So you see Letizia or Giovanni in the world, you get 2 dot cards for 1.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Happy birthday, Rick. Bye-bye, everybody.
so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Gio.
Thank
Thanks a lot.
you so much. You guys were
Bye.
great.
They
Bye.
will.
Great.
Thank you.